Hello guys, welcome to our channel. Today we are seeing that how we can create a RESTful API using a Amazon API Gateway. So before starting this video, we need to understand what is the Amazon API Gateway. So I will explain you in basic terms of what is a Amazon API Gateway. So it basically service provided by AWS that is used to create a publish, maintain, monitor, and secure various API such as REST API, HTTP, and WebSocket at any scale. As an API developer, you can create APIs that can access either via AWS or any other web services, along with data stored in the AWS cloud. And as a we are creating a serverless API, so there are some advantages of serverless API, no need to like you can say that there is no need to manage the servers. You can totally focus on your application development, and you can do horizontal scaling also. The most important point is to pay as you used. So these are points of advantages of serverless API. And in this video, we are using some services by AWS like IAM role, Lambda functions, DynamoDB, and API Gateway. So these four services we are using to create a RESTful API. So you can see this diagram. In this diagram, we are using three services, and we have a one indie user where we APIs are serving through Amazon API Gateway. And first, we need to create a Amazon DynamoDB table, and where we need to connect this AWS Lambda function to DynamoDB, and one we need to create one IAM role to access these all services. Then we need to connect to Amazon API Gate with Lambda function where they trigger the some functionalities, and we are writing in Nodejs. So let's start this video. To create a RESTful API in API Gateway, we need a AWS account. You can create a AWS account free of cost for 1 year. So after creating an account, you can see this console. Here we need to you can see this diagram for like we need to create one DynamoDB table. So you search that DynamoDB and tables, create one table. You can put any demo API and partition key. You can put ID and rest of the default system and create one table. So our table is creating. It will take some time. Then refresh. So our table is now created. Now we need to go to Lambda function. Before Lambda function, we need to go to API Gateway and create one API. So write the API. So create API. So you can see that there are so many APIs like HTTP API, WebSocket API. Now we are creating REST API. So click on the build, and here we are creating a new API. Name that API. Now just create. So our API is now created. And now you can see that. So first we need to create a resources. So create a resource, click on create resources, and here we need to I am creating an API for user data. So click on user. So our resources is created. Now we need to create a lambda function for that. So click on create a lambda function from scratch. Name that any like demo API user. We are using Node.js, and we need to create a one role for that. Like you can create a one role or I am role, or you can use you have already. So I am creating new one. So demo API user, and we can attach policy letter. So now click on create. So our Lambda function is now created. We need to go to confirmation and permission. So you can click on permission option. You can see the role name and click on that. Now we need to attach the policies. So this is our, now we need to attach the policy in this. So you can see the option of add policy. Click on that and click attach policy. Search DynamoDB and select this Amazon full access. Attach this, and one we know need CloudWatch where we can track all this. So all these are done. Now we need to go to our Lambda function, and so now we need to write the Lambda function, and before we need to create all resources. Now we need to create a methods for this. So first we need method like a get method, and we are using Lambda function. Search the Lambda function which before which we created now. So this one in demo. Save. Now second one we need a create method for post. So post method is done. Now we need a delete method. Delete one and demo API. Second, now one we need a patch for update. So patch. So all methods are created. Now we need one more resources for user, so we can get all uh, users details. So for that we can use users. Sorry, here we need to create resource and users, and we need create a method for this get method and demo API user. So all are done. Now we need to create a Lambda function and attach this API for CRUD operations. So we are using VS Code, and we can paste that code in this Lambda. So first we need to import AWS. AWS config. So we need to assign reason. So we are using AP South, and oh, we forget bracket. No constant dynamo dynamo new. I'm moving this forward after completing this code. I will explain step by step what I am doing. So, so I write the Lambda function in Nodejs. So you can see I write whole code in Node.js. Now I will explain line by line what I have done. So first I imported AWS SDK and then I updated the AP region like AP South one. We are using AP South one. Then we declaring the table name. So we are using table. Our table name is demo API. You can see here. So demo API. So then we are declare one variables like a user and user path. So we have two. So you can see that we have two resources. One is user and second one is users. So we declare the two paths like a user and users. After that, export handler where we get the responses like a get, post, update, and delete. So we are using switch method where the value is true and the cases are we handling the get methods. So you can see that we are passing in response we are by get the user by ID or we are getting a user by ID. Second one is like we are using get method to fetch the all data of users. So you can see the get user. Second one, third one is like for post. So we are posting. So post method. Third one is update. Fourth one is update, and fifth one is delete. After that, we are using functions get the user by ID from a DynamoDB. So you can see that key value is ID. So we are passing ID as a specific value, unique value. So where we can fetch the specific user data. And this is a return await lambda functions like handling the errors. After that, we are using get user. The second function is for get users, where we get the all users details from DynamoDB. So like scan Dynamo records. And third function is to this function is to write the items in DynamoDB. Like we are using DynamoDB to store the data. So this function is to scan the table from DynamoDB and put the all data into DynamoDB. Fourth function is to save the data in user. So we are using a put method where put method is used for to store the data in DynamoDB. You can see dynamo.put. So where we uh, storing the all user data in DynamoDB and our constant we passing the after saving the data we get the uh, response like a save the data. And next function is like modify user. So when we passing a specific ID to you in parameters, then we update the user. Then we have a function like a delete user. So here we can delete the specific user by passing ID. And then last function we are so last function is build response. The status code will be like we need to pass the headers like a content type by application JSON and body will in JSON style. So these are all we have a code. I will give the GitHub link where you can get this code. Now we need to copy this whole code and paste in DynamoDB. Copy this and open this DynamoDB and paste here and deploy. So our code is now safe. Now our code is now safe. Now we need to go to our API gateway and deploy this API. New stage, dev and deploy. So you can see that. So we get the URL, endpoint URL, and here we can test our APIs in Postman. So before that, you can go to here and see like we have a method request here. First one, you can see this client was where we can test the API. You can test API from console also. And second one is method request. Here you can uh, before giving a request, you can put a authorization like a Lambda, Congit or any other. And second one box is integration request, like we passing the request to Lambda function, and you can see the Lambda function here. So now it's time to test our API. For that, we can go to our Postman and test our API. Just copy this URL, paste here. Method will be you get. You can see our users like uh, empty. So now we can post some data. So our we have and you can track the all by monitoring by CloudWatch. Go and this one and here this one. So you can see think this one. So you can monitor this in this CloudWatch. The all details will come just so now we will need to post the data. For that, go to post, copy this link, paste here. Method will be post, body will be row and JSON file. Member ID will be give member ID unique AES 100 comma name and last will be last name. Now send request. So you can see our data is now saved. You can go to our DynamoDB and just refresh this table. You can see our data is now saved. Member ID, last name, and first name. In in this CloudWatch, you can see the response. We need to search timing. Refresh this one. Just copy this. You can see our data is now posted. You can search here. Now second one is API gateway to update. So for that we need to pass the specific uh, key. Now we post so many data into, like, second one is like AS100 LV we data will paste. Wait, I need to see. So we inserted two data. So you can see now second one we need to update the data. So we need to pass the specific ID here. So update for, we choosing patch method. Before updating the data, we need to fetch the data, or like by this URL. So just copy this URL and click on this and get method. Now you can see our full data is not coming. Full all data, user data is coming. Now we can fetch the specific ID, like we already give, like a specific ID get method. So just change the URL ID and parameter में member ID is equal to, we can copy this one and paste, send. Now you can see that we are getting specific member detail by passing member ID. So now we have left with update and delete. So you can update also. So for that you need to copy this link and paste here, and for body, and we need to pass update key and update value. So and you can see the code in code. For patch method we are passing member ID as a unique and update key and update value. And last one we have left to delete method. So for delete we need to pass specific ID. So if you see that we need to pass a specific ID, so click on delete and just pass mm, this ID and just pass. So you can see our data is now deleted. Just go there and just refresh this table. So you can see our data is now deleted. So that is, so I will provide the link of this whole code in description. You can use that. And if you like this video, please like, subscribe our channel. Thank you so much.